So today we will talk about role of light in photosynthesis. So what is light? Basically light is a electromagnetic spectrum. It is a electromagnetic spectrum, and the only source of this electromagnetic spectrum is sun. So sun is the source of electromagnetic spectrum. So basically in sunlight we have, in light there are packets of energy. There are packets of energy which are known as photons. Photons are the packets of energy. So basically the pigments which are present in photosynthesis systems absorb this electromagnetic spectrum. They absorb these photons. So we have some pigments which are basically, we have chlorophyll A, we have chlorophyll B, we have carotenoids, we have xanthophyll, we have carotenoids too, right? So basically chlorophyll A absorbs blue and red light. Same for chlorophyll B too. It also absorbs blue and red light. Talking about carotenoid, it absorbs violet and blue light. This carotenoid absorbs violet and blue light. So basically in the photosystem we have the reaction center. This is reaction center which is comprised on, we have reaction center which has basically chlorophyll A molecule. Basically one thing to remember is there are, let me tell you one thing, which is like there are two molecules of this chlorophyll A. Like there is a dimer. There is dimer of chlorophyll A present in the reaction center. So let me make the reaction center of photosystem. For example, consider I am making a photosystem. Right? So here we are having this chlorophyll A. This is known as reaction. This is basically known as, wait a minute. This is reaction center. Then we have here other pigments too. They are known as light harvesting complex, or they are also known as antenna complex. Right now, what is the work of light harvesting complex and antenna complex? Basically they gather light. Here light energy will fall, so they will also absorb light energy. They will absorb light energy and they will gather light energy and will give that to chlorophyll, the dimer of chlorophyll A, right? So basically these light harvesting complex gathers light and give to chlorophyll A molecule, give to reaction center, so the electrons can excite, right? Now we have, okay, now what is absorption spectrum? What is absorption? We have absorption spectrum basically, right? Now absorption spectrum means the pigment, like which wavelength of, like which pigment absorbs which wavelength, right? Okay, and from sun we have 400 to 700 nanometer light, right? So basically if we talk about chlorophyll A, we have absorption spectrum. For example, we have chlorophyll A. If I draw the graph of chlorophyll A, then we have, for example, Vib Gyor. We are having this graph. As I said before, that chlorophyll A absorbs light of blue and red, right? So as you can see over here, we are having this graph like this upstairs, and then like red. Write this. It means that the chlorophyll A molecule absorbs the light of blue and red. It can be easily seen from this diagram, right? So this is the absorption spectrum of chlorophyll A. If we talk about, we have another concept of spectrum, which is action spectrum. Now what is basically action spectrum? We have another concept which is action spectrum. Right, now what does that mean? Basically this action spectrum shows us that where this photosynthesis is high, right? Okay, in order to identify action spectrum, an experiment was performed by Engelmann, and the experiment is known as Engelmann's experiment. So basically what he did, actually he took a prism over here. This is prism, right? He passed white light from it, and then he placed for example, he placed a container and he filled, and this container is an aquatic medium. It means water is placed in this container, and he placed a bacteria over here, and the name of the bacteria, no, sorry, not bacteria, he placed a alga. This is actually algal solution, right? So here you can see this is the alga. The name of this alga is cladophora. Now what happened when he passed the white light? He basically passed white light. Then what happened? Basically it break down into 7 regions, which is it break down into 7 colors of Vibgyor, right? And they saw that the photosynthesis of was high where the light like red was there, for example here, and over here he saw that the oxygen was mostly produced in this region, and like the alga was moving through this direction. What does that mean? The oxygen was mostly produced in this region. It means that here photolysis is being done in a more efficient way, and oxygen is also producing in a high amount. So it means photosynthesis is efficient in these both colors, which are red and blue. So action spectrum shows that the efficient you can say frequency is red and blue, right? So this was the experiment which was performed by Engelmann, and it's known as Engelmann's experiment. And this is aquatic medium, and he took algal solution, and he took the alga was cladophora. So I guess this concept is